Welcome to Sports Express with Spencer Davidson and Chelsea Sherrod. Brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby & Wittig and the law offices of Ricardo J. Morrow.
Coming up aboard the Express, conference matchups on the hardwood. Every game counts as we're now into the heart of the season.
Plus, the Comets Wolfpack series continues as Utica hosted Hartford for the third time this month, the second time in 3 days.
But first, time for tonight's big game. Over at the Whitestown Ice Rink, it was a Section 3 Division II rivalry contest as the Whitesboro Warriors hosted the New Hartford Spartans. The Warriors are at the top of the division and ranked number 4 in New York State, and New Hartford is coming into this game off an exciting overtime win over Clinton and holds a 7-4 record. Just over 3 minutes into the first period, Andrew Manley takes control of the puck and fires from the left wing, gets it past Derek Joy to put his guys on the board. Whitesboro takes a 1-0 lead.
About 6 minutes to go in the period. New Hartford is on a power play. Logan Kraft takes a shot from the wing. It goes high, but Will Gall is there for the putback. Spartans tie things up at 1-1 to end the first.
Second period, New Hartford possession, fresh off the penalty kill. Jack Darby with the setup to Kraft. Spartans take their first lead of the night.
8.5 minutes left in the second. Whitesboro in the fast break. Noah Scranton to Chamberlain to James Krager, who says, "Excuse me," and goes right around Joy for the score. We're all tied up again.
And with 3.5 to go in the period, Warriors on a power play. Scranton and Chamberlain with the give and go. Noah Scranton with the score to regain the lead. And that would be the last goal of the night. The Warriors beat the Spartans 3-2 and extend their conference record to 5-1. What a year it's been so far for Whitesboro this year.
Definitely.
Really, all the hockey teams in our area have had very good seasons so far.
Doing very well to start things off. So
That's right. Welcome to Sports Express, everybody. So, while the Whitesboro boys ice hockey was in action, so was their boys basketball team.
Right. Let's take a transition from the ice to the hardwood. It was a Class A versus Class B back at Whitesboro High School as the undefeated Warriors hosted the 8-5 Vernon Verona Sherrill Red Devils. Start of the first quarter, BVS in the half court. Bryce Palmer to Sam Donnelly in the short corner, who takes one dribble and scores it for the first points of the game.
About 3 minutes into the first, Matt Lee feeds the big inside. Zach Britt powers up, fights through the contact for the and one. He tallied 13 points tonight.
3 minutes left in the quarter. You know my love for the guys inside. Bailey Janowski with a nice move to the basket, showing some versatility. He finished with 11 points.
The Warriors jumped out to an 8-point lead in the first quarter. Midway through the second, Lee with the ball and the runner to score.
Nice. And the Warriors in the half court, Caden Morris kicks it out to Lee, and he hits from downtown. He finished with 14 points for the night. The Warriors would go on to beat the Red Devils 61-44.
Over at Mohawk Valley Community College, it was a Center State Conference matchup between the Utica Academy of Science Adams and the Holland Patton Golden Knights. This was a great game. 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Dequan Grant with the 2-dribble pull-up that goes off the glass. The Adams are up 38-35.
Next possession, Golden Knights junior Adam Jones at the top of the key. He takes his man off the dribble, pump fakes, and shoots a 3-footer to make this a 1-point game.
We head to the fourth quarter. 3 minutes to go. Holland Patton's Luke Kochan hits the shot from downtown. The Golden Knights take a 1-point lead.
In less than a minute to go, Adams ball junior Darius Stuckman with the floater, and it's good. I thought he may have gotten fouled on that one with the body, but now we're all tied at 50 points.
The Golden Knights would try to foul to get possession back, but the Adams would hold them off and win this one 53-50. That was actually pretty close right there.
Right, that was a good game.
Yeah, in other boys basketball action tonight, Rome Free Academy took on Central Valley Academy, and RFA took home a 74-62 win. Proctor took a trip to Oneida High School and handed the Indians a loss, winning this game 58-42.
And on the girls' side, RFA and CVA squared off in a TVL matchup, and the Black Knights put up 80 points in this one, winning 80-50, and West Canada Valley beat Clinton 55-40 at home.
Holland Patton hosted Frankfort Schuyler and won 43-24 tonight, and the Oneida girls took on Proctor as well. The Indians won this matchup 57-43. That'll take us to the first intermission on Sports Express. Still to come, we hear from Whitesboro native Rhiannon Weiler, who is set to compete in women's doubles luge at the Youth Olympics tomorrow.
Good stuff. But coming up next, after an OT thriller on Wednesday, the Comets and Wolfpack squared off for a rematch tonight at the Aud.
If you want to join the conversation on Twitter, use hashtag SportsExpress. And the law offices of Ricardo J. Morrow.
Welcome back aboard the Express. After an overtime thriller on Wednesday, the Comets hosted the Hartford Wolfpack for a rematch tonight, and good start for the Comets on Wednesday, but then they let 5 unanswered goals.
Yep.
So
Yep.
hopefully they didn't pull that same stunt today.
Definitely. They've been making up for it.
Yeah.
We love a comeback.
Yeah, that's true.
We love a
That's true.
Each team comes into tonight leading their respective division standings. Justin Bailey, red hot for the Comets lately. 2 hat tricks in the last 3 games. Wow.
Yeah, this one didn't start, though, as good as Wednesday for Utica. 1-0 Hartford in the first. Vinny Lettieri rips a one-timer for a power play goal. Wolfpack now up 2, and it ends Zane McIntyre's night in goal early.
Final minute of the period, Comets gain some momentum. Cole Lind snaps it, bar down from the top of the circle. Bailey with the assist, and Utica pulls within 1.
In the second, 7.5 in, Reed Boucher slides to Oluyualevi, and the defenseman ties it up with the snapper. Good to see him get on the board. That was his second goal of the year.
Good for him. Enter Bailey, the big man, showing the confidence, taking on the whole Wolfpack defense and flicking it glove side, his 20th of the season, and the Comets grab their first lead of the game.
Didn't last long, though. 59 seconds later, Michael DiPietro loses sight of the puck, and Sean McBride makes him pay. That knots it back up at 3.
If you thought Bailey was done, you haven't been watching his intercepts the pass, and goes 5 whole. He is unstoppable. He also added another in the third for his second straight game with a hat trick. Carter Camper added 1 for more insurance as the Comets earn a big 2-game sweep over Hartford. The final in this one was 6-3.
Yeah, again, Bailey has been absolutely unbelievable lately. His second straight game with a hat trick, as you just said, and it's his 3rd hat trick in the last 4.
Wow.
He also now has 10 goals in the past 5 games. And get this, we've talked so long this year about Reed Boucher and what a great season he's having, and he is. But now Bailey has tied Boucher for the team lead with 22 goals this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
In 5 games.
Yeah, it's been quite the tear for him.
Good for him. He's balling.
He is.
The Buffalo native also has at least 1 goal in 6 of his last 8 contests. It's been quite the tear for him of late. And so the other day at the team's practice, we wanted to know what's been going on right for him.
I'm playing with a lot of speed, playing with a lot of pace. I think, if you watch our practice today, I think that's kind of the message is we want to play fast. We want to, take time and space away from the other team. And, for me, that's one of my skill sets is my speed. And so just trying to do that, shift in and shift out. Playing with Lindy, playing with Goldie, I think I've, found a little bit of chemistry. Our power play's been good, and I've just been able to use my speed, my size to, create chances for, myself and my teammates. Anytime you can chip in, whether it's a goal early in the first, kind of to set the tone or not. For me, obviously, everybody wants to score goals, but at the same time, making sure that as a team we're dialing in our defense and making sure that good defense will lead to good chances with the amount of skill we have on our team.
No rest for the weary. Bailey and the Comets are right back at it tomorrow at the Aud as they host the Cleveland Monsters.
One of the things, not only is he just playing so well, but one of the things I love watching a player like Bailey play is just how much fun he looks like he's having. I mean, every time he scores a goal, he goes crazy and he's just so pumped up, and you just love to see that kind of passion for a guy playing on your team.
Right, exactly. And when you're in a good mood, obviously that translates into your play.
Exactly.
So good for him.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
He definitely deserves it. He's been on a tear for sure.
Yep.
That takes us to intermission number 2. When we come out of the locker room, we hear one more time from our local youth Olympian.
Whitesboro's Rhiannon Weiler competes in Switzerland. In just a few hours from now, we get her final thoughts before she hits the track.
For final scores and video highlights from tonight's games, log on to WKTV.com. This is Sports Express, brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby & Wittig and the law offices of Ricardo J. Morrow.
Welcome back to Sports Express. One local athlete is set to make history this weekend by appearing in a first at the Youth Olympic Games.
Rhiannon Weiler will compete in women's doubles luge in Switzerland, marking the first appearance for that event in the Games. We are now just over 5 hours away from Weiler and her teammate Maya Chen competing over in St. Moritz, and they've been taking training runs on the track. They're pretty much every other day since the game started last week.
Yeah, we caught up with Weiler before the big moment about what it means to represent the USA, what it would mean to medal at this stage, and the confidence level she has heading into the biggest slide of her career.
We're pretty excited about it. We have had some pretty clean runs here, so I think we're just hoping again to continue that. And so we're really looking forward to it. It really mean a lot to us because it just kind of shows that I think we can hang with the top ones, even though we're not maybe from Europe. We have a good chance, but it would mean a lot to us, I think, both to do well. So we're just kind of really hoping to do that. You don't expect to do any of this, and it's an opportunity that not everyone gets to do, and so it's really, I guess, awesome just to be chosen out of so many kids who have tried and have also won the spot. So I think it's just kind of an honor that I was able to go and my teammates were all able to go.
The women's doubles luge competition takes place at 11 a.m. local time there, 5 a.m. our time. And what a cool experience that is for her. I can't even imagine being in her position. That's so awesome. She's never going to forget that.
Oh, definitely not. To be able to compete for your country, it's so cool. Well, that'll do it for us. Quick note, though, Utica City FC was out in St. Louis tonight. They fell to the St. Louis Ambush 7-6 in a shootout.
Yep.
That'll do it for us here on this Friday night. Join us next Friday night for another edition of Sports Express.
This has been Sports Express, brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby & Wittig and the law offices of Ricardo J. Morrow.